What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksGamers.com. And a few days ago, there was a crazy rumor flying around out there about Aaron Rodgers potentially boycotting the Super Bowl to send a message to the NFL about COVID protocol. Now, Aaron Rodgers responded on Twitter. He recently responded on the Pat McAfee show. But now Colin Cowherd is coming out and poking the bear once again and saying that maybe all of this was intentional, and maybe Aaron Rodgers had something to do with that rumor getting leaked out there so he could deny it the way that he has. But before we get into Colin Cowherd and his comments, which we will, I want to kind of refresh you guys on what exactly we're talking about. You know, this all started with Boomer Esiason on January 7th. So we're talking 5 days ago at this point. And Aaron Rodgers actually retweeted this, mocking it to get a ton of attention to it. The first time Aaron Rodgers tweeted since the middle of December. Doesn't tweet all that often, but he thought this was something worthwhile tweeting about. Let's listen to what happened on air with Boomer Esiason after he gets a text message.
Want me to?
Go ahead, you can read it.
All right, I'll read the whole thing. Boom, the Rodgers saga continues to get crazier and crazier. I've been told by multiple people in Aaron's direct circle that if the Packers make the Super Bowl, he will use the week leading up to the Super Bowl to prove a major point. He will threaten the NFL by saying he won't play in the big game or next season if they don't eliminate some of the COVID-related rules. One big one that upsets him the most is the testing of non-symptomatic players. He's told Jordan Love to be ready. Like you said, he's got to make it first. But Super Bowl week will be set on fire and send Goodell in a frenzy navigating the situation. Now, can I say what area of the country this is from? I mean, who are we protecting really here at this point? I mean, okay. So it's
of course you want it out, right? I mean, you want him to.
Is it someone that we should be trusting with their information?
I would, yes.
So there you have it. So that was given to Boomer Esiason. This rumor that Aaron Rodgers was going to take this moment to take a stand and, you know, fight back against the COVID protocols, stick it to the NFL, stick it to everybody, try to force their hand by doing some sort of boycott of the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, you know, quotes, and he's told at Jordan Love to be ready. This led to a bunch of back and forth with a lot of people on the Packers quarterbacks talking a lot, stuff like that. And then Aaron Rodgers went on the Pat McAfee show and had some very harsh words about these rumors that are out there.
And like I said, you know, I've given a lot less fucks the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But one thing I do give a major fuck about is narratives about me, especially ones that are so ridiculously off base. And this one was pure comedy for me. But when pure comedy turns into like more reputable, and I say slightly more, but slightly more reputable news outlets who then mention that to where it becomes even a bigger story, I just felt like it was time to to end that. And we had some fun. Kurt Bankert, and then J-Lo jumped in, and we had a good time with that. Matt Flynn jumped in afterwards.
And obviously that's talking about the Twitter interaction that we just spoke about right there. And he has one more thing to say.
I mean, look, let me just say this. And I know he used direct circle instead of inner circle. Maybe there's a delineation between the two. No one in my inner circle, okay, is talking to the media. No one no one that I trust and care about and have conversations with is talking to any media member, is going to like leak anything. I told AJ this too, of like, I like to have a good sense of humor and joke around and stuff. That topic that was brought up is so ridiculously stupid. It's even past the point of you would never even joke about that. Like, do I have an issue with something?
So, and then he says, I have an issue with the COVID stuff, but I would never mention about boycotting the Super Bowl, anything like that. Now, when it comes to Colin Cowherd and what he thinks, I think there's going to be a lot of blowback on Colin Cowherd about this. I'd be surprised if Aaron Rodgers didn't mention it. I'm sure that's why Colin Cowherd is doing it. Colin Cowherd is a master of his craft in terms of staying relevant. He's been doing this for decades now at this point because he consistently stays relevant. And it's by doing things like this. Listen to Colin's story and why he's alleging that maybe Aaron Rodgers was involved with leaking this fake news story.
I'll throw something out here that's interesting. So the number had come from the Virginia area. Several years ago, when I was ripping Aaron Rodgers, I got a text from a Virginia number. Don't know who it was, anonymous, giving me inside information on the Packers. Some of it was pretty darn detailed, like way more than your typical fan. So I looked up the number. I looked up the address of the number, and in no way did it appear to be somebody that worked for an NFL team. But there was too much information not to be an insider, things that had not been published yet. And so when I hear the Aaron Rodgers story with Boomer, and I go back to my story, it's the only time in my career that's happened, that I get a random anonymous text with lots of inside information claiming that Aaron Rodgers, the claim was he's leaving Green Bay. It was almost like somebody was trying to set me up to look bad. It was almost like somebody was setting up Boomer to look bad.
You can see where it's going.
Is it possible that somebody in Aaron Rodgers' camp is trying to create, when the criticism gets hot, a little misinformation campaign, which he can use to validate the inaccuracy of the media? I mean, did anybody else notice how harsh the criticism of Boomer Esiason was from Aaron Rodgers? It's all very suspicious to me.
Now, I have been saying for a while now that I do think Aaron Rodgers is an incredibly intelligent person, and I do think that he's using every bit of this he can to really paint the media in a certain light. In a lot of ways, I think everybody, that watches this channel completely agrees and aligns with the way Aaron Rodgers has painted the media and what they've tried to do to him, especially in light of when they found out that he was not vaccinated and everything that went down from there. I think what Colin's suggesting is a little far-fetched. Colin is, again, a professional who's trying to get attention, whether it's negative or positive, to get ratings for his show, get downloads on his podcast. But what do you guys think about this? The story is insane, right? The idea that, Aaron Rodgers would boycott the Super Bowl is insane. And Aaron Rodgers obviously clapped back on Twitter. He clapped back on Pat McAfee's show. But now Colin's suggesting that maybe, potentially, this conspiracy theory that maybe Aaron's circle is doing it themselves. What do you guys think? I personally think it's a little bit too far-fetched. Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.